Magandang araw mga fellow gun enthusiasts! So today we're gonna talk about the UDMC S5 PVAR gas piston operated 5.56mm semi-auto rifle. Now you've seen this rifle from my previous videos and now we're gonna talk about it. So just to get the formalities out of the way, all firearms in this video are licensed under Republic Act 10591. No firearms are for sale in this video, and all firearms have been safety checked prior to the video. So, for this, we'll just do it again para sure tayo na safe. Okay? So, take out the magazine. As you can see, the magazine is empty. There you go. We're gonna charge it over here, and it's empty. So, kita naman natin siya. And it's totally empty to the chamber over there. All right, so now that we are sure that the rifle is clear, the rifle is now safe. So let's put the magazine back. Okay, so now that the formalities are out of the way, let's talk about this rifle. Now, first off, this rifle is manufactured by United Defense Manufacturing Corporation. So, UDMC is a local company that manufactures firearms, but they specialize in AR-style rifles, including ito nga, yung S5 nila. They also have F5, which means yung select fire. Ano? This one is only semi-auto. And they also have the S7 rifles. They also have shotguns and pistols for sale to civilians. Now, if you want to know more information about UDMC as a company, you can check out the link that I will have over here. Dito sa taas natin. I will put a card up here for my previous video. You can check it there for more information on UDMC. Alright, so I first heard about this rifle more than 10 years ago. First off, at least nung time na yon, I've heard yung I was researching because back then I wanted to buy a 5.56mm rifle. And while researching, I found out that a UDMC with the help of NAVSOG, Navy Special Operations Group, so sila yung equivalent natin ng Navy SEALs, tested this rifle. 6,000 rounds in one day. So matinding torture test yun, ano? So the AFP and NAVSOG tested this rifle, and after having fired 6,000 rounds through it in one day, at yung iba doon ay shortly after just putting this rifle underneath, for example, dropping this in salt water and firing off multiple rounds. So, matinding torture test talaga yon. So, after firing 6,000 rounds, this thing passed NAVSOG testing. And I figured back then, if it was good enough for NAVSOG, it was good enough for me. Diba? So, almost 10 years na since binili ko to, I have fired 300 rounds through this rifle. And I'm very impressed. So, I haven't fired 6,000 rounds through this rifle yet, gaya ng ginawa ng NAVSOG, but I probably won't be firing that many. I don't have the money to fire that many rounds through this rifle. But anyway, that was the history, and that was the reason why I bought this rifle. So, nung time na yon, it was almost 10 years ago, and I really like it. So, there it is. The UDMC, almost 10 years na. What a great rifle. Alright, so let's talk about yung barrel niya. So the barrel of this rifle is a 14.5 inch, ordnance grade stainless steel barrel. The barrels are made by Bergara, Spain. Okay, so Bergara manufactures match grade barrels for various OEM manufacturers, and UDMC buys these barrels from Bergara. Bergara ships them over here in the Philippines in the form of cylindrical blanks. So pagdating dito ng barrel, UDMC will profile the barrels and finish them and assemble them into a complete rifle. So okay na okay, match grade barrels by Bergara, Spain. Doon pa lang panalong-panalo ka na. And I think this is one of the biggest advantages that UDMC has over its competitors. Barrels pa lang talaga. Okay na, pinag-isipan talaga. Now, the barrel profile that I use over here is a heavy profile barrel. And what that means is that mas makapal yung barrel slightly underneath the handguard. Hindi siya yung M4 profile barrel with the step cuts. Hindi rin siya yung pencil profile barrel ng M16A1. Okay? Now, this rifle, yun nga, since yung gumagamit siya nitong match grade barrel na to, the barrel itself is 1:8 twist rate. Has a 1:8 twist rate. What that means is you can easily fire SS109 rounds through this. Or ito yung yung green tip. You can also fire M193 ball and the other types of rounds. So mas gusto ko ang 1:8 na barrel twist kaysa sa doon sa, for example, sa 1:9. And yung mga normal kasi na mga Elise ko na M16A1 sa atin na makikita sa Pilipinas, mga 1:12 yon. And they will probably not stabilize the heavier rounds gaya ng SS109. So this is a very, very good twist rate for this barrel. Now let's talk about yung muzzle device. The muzzle device of the UDMC PVAR is a patented, I think, shuriken flash hider muzzle device. And what this muzzle device is, this is a dual mode muzzle device. For medium range and long distance shots, you can use this to hide your flash very well. Pero pag CQB ka na, you put this hood. Okay, so this is a CQB hood for the shuriken flash hider. And what this does is that it directs all of the blast forward. And this is very, very good kasi lalo na pag nag-firing ka sa range and you don't use a good muzzle device, baka yung blast mo madidirect dun sa katabi mo na range lane at baka para silang fina-flashbang pag hindi maganda yung muzzle device mo. So with this, for close range use, in tight quarters, inside rooms, maganda talagang gamitin siya because it directs the blast forward. So hindi ka masyadong maapektuhan ng concussion when you have this on. And the muzzle device itself has this cut to the front. And I think you can break glass with this kasi kita nyo naman kanina, very heavy yung threads niya. And I really like the machining on this one. That checkering is so nice. Tsaka ang ganda nung lock up nung threads niya. Alright, so very, very good quality machining over here. Every time I look at this, I'm really impressed. And as you can see nga, yung threads niya ay heavy duty. Now take note hindi po ito silencer. Alright, so hindi ito silencer. Maingay pa rin yung firearm mo kahit na meron ka nito. Alright, so there you go for the muzzle device and the barrel. As you can see, kita natin dyan yung operating system. Now let's talk about the receiver. 7075 T6 aluminum. This one has a burnt bronze Cerakote finish. 10 years ago, Cerakote was all the craze. Ngayon, normal na lang ang Cerakote. But back then, it was really, really special. And if you wanted your rifle colored, Cerakoting it was the way to go. In na in ka pag Cerakoted yung rifle mo nung time na yon. Of course, nowadays, times have changed. And there are not a lot of finishes now. So, yan. Anyway, kita na natin dito. Some of the Cerakote over here is already some peeled off kasi tinatanggal at binabalik ko yung mga optics ko. And all of them hold 0 every single time. So, really nice finish. Alright, so, let's disassemble the rifle para makita natin yung interior. So, first off, gumagamit tayo ng operating system na gas piston. So, compared to a direct gas impingement, ang direct gas impingement kasi tinatap mo siya and you send that gas through a tube, gas tube, tapos yung hot gases na yun yung magsa-cycle ng bolt carrier group mo. So, ang gas piston, iba. You tap the gas here and it causes this rod to move backwards and that is what physically pushes your bolt carrier group back to cycle the weapon. So, mas maganda yon kasi cold yung operation mo dito sa bolt carrier group mo. Wala kang hot gases na binabalik dito that will cause heat stress to your parts and carbon fouling and carbon buildup on your components. So, alright, let's disassemble the rifle para makita natin yung gas piston. So, to disassemble, start mo tayo sa gas piston. You turn this lock and ayan na yung gas piston natin. Alright. There you go. Very nice gas piston. So yun nga, gaya nga nasabi ko sa inyo kanina, parang short stroke na gas piston ito, no? Similar to the AK operating system, but slightly different kasi it's not connected physically to your bolt carrier group. So it will just move a little bit and use inertia to kick your bolt carrier group backwards to cycle it. Okay? So yan. Very nice gas piston. So I'll drop this over here. There you go. So ngayon na okay na yon. Disassemble na natin yung rifle. Take the magazine out again, just to be safe. Okay, so charge natin. No rounds. Alright, no rounds in the chamber. So, let's disassemble it. We push this takedown pin here. Ito. Pinutin mo lang yan, diinan mo, and hilahin mo dun sa kabila. Pag natanggal mo na yan, okay na yan. Tatanggal mo na siya. And there you go. Tanggal na natin yung bolt carrier group. I'll show you the internals a little later. Okay, so I'll just put this down here. There you go. Ito yung bolt carrier group natin. One piece bolt carrier group. Nickel plated finish. Very, very nice finish. Ang gusto ko kasi dito sa bolt carrier group na ito, one piece. So, wala kang gasket dito na luluwang over time. Yun yung usually a weak point ng bolt carrier group. Dahil gas piston ka, wala ka ng gas tube, wala ka na rin gas key, obviously, dahil wala ka nang nilalagyan ng gas dito at wala ka na rin gas rings doon sa bolt mo. So what this happens is, ito yung gas piston, tatama dyan, pabalik ng buffer spring mo. So ganun lang siya, ganun yung operation niya. So hindi na siya umiinit, kasi ito lang yung nagko-contact doon sa cartridge case mo. Wala ka ng hot gases. So yan, there you go. Very nice bolt carrier group by UDMC. Take note, this bolt carrier group has been fired, okay, around, more than 300 rounds, I think. Around 300 rounds. Almost 10 years old na. And yet still, it looks brand new. At hindi ako masyadong maalaga sa firearms ko. I don't always clean them, but this one has held its form for so long. So very nice bolt carrier group and quality machining by UDMC. So just to show you the rifle over here. Ayan, kita natin. Ayan yun yung natin, chamber natin. Alright, and over here, meron na tayong ayan, trigger group. So I use JP Enterprises na high reliability spring pin kit. Same, pinalitan ko yung UDMC na stock spring kit, but that one was also very good. Pinalitan ko lang ito because wala naman akong performance issues nung time na yon. I just like upgrading my rifles, as you can see. And this one over here, as you can see, BCM Gunfighter charging handle by Bravo Company Manufacturing, medium latch. Really love this charging handle. Alright, so reassemble na natin yung rifle. Right? So to do that, just put this over here. Okay? Yan, balik mo dyan. And push the takedown pin back. Alright? And for the front, balik na natin yung yung gas piston natin. To do that, you take your gas piston, align it sideways. Okay? Engage the lock, twist, and it locks into place. Very simple. Yung yung operation natin. Magazine is out. So, pero since disassemble natin, test for function, charge the firearm, close, point safe direction, click. Alright? So, there we go. So, okay naman tayo dito sa sa rifle na to. If you can see over here, really nice. Now, let's talk about the upgrades. So, over the years, nilagyan ko siya ng mga upgrades. First off, sling swivel mounts here by Fortis. Okay? We also have yung QD. This is a Fab Defense stock. Okay? Made in Israel. Very nice stock. Gusto ko siya dahil, well, meron ka pang mga storage dito sa likod. Pwede mo lagyan ng batteries. So, yan. Okay naman siya. Matching furniture. Over here, we have a BAD lever and a KNS Precision anti-rotation pin kit. We also have itong Fab Defense podium, actually Fab Defense PTK grips. So itong PTK pointing grips, medyo weird siya pag tingnan mo, pero pag ginamit mo na siya, very, very comfortable. Really nice. My hand sits there very, very comfortably. Ang sarap gamitin ng rifle compared to other grips and compared to just holding the naked railed handguard. Alright? And there you go. Meron tayong diamond head polymer sights. It's got night bright inserts there. So hindi siya it doesn't generate its own light gaya ng tritium, pero pag inilawan mo ng flashlight, it will glow brightly for quite a long while. Same is true for the front. You can also fold these down and it locks. Importante yan dahil gamit tayo ng optic. Ngayon, note lang sa mga manonood natin, wag po kayong gumamit ng ng airsoft quality na sights at ikabit nyo po sa gas block nyo. Matutunaw po yon pag uminit yan. So kung gagamit kayo ng folding sights at ilalagay nyo sa gas block nyo yon, regardless kung gas piston yan or direct gas operating system, gumamit lang po kayo ng mga original na sights. Okay, these ones like the diamond head, ito na-test ko na to. Kahit na sobrang init na nito, these sights will not melt and they will hold zero. Absolutely. Of course, preferably, you should still use steel sights because steel absorbs heat much better. Pero yun nga, if you want to cut costs, I can highly recommend yung diamond head sights. There are just a few issues over here as you can see. Pakita ko lang. Ayoko kasi sa kanya is that it has spring tension over here. Ayan o. I would rather that it sits flat down. Pero yan, may spring tension ka. So, ganun din dito. Alright, but overall, very good sights. Unique yung aperture niya. Pag tinignan mo, yan. So, maganda talaga yung aperture ng diamond head sights. Alright. So, other than that, just to show, Strike Industries na tayo, na ejector port cover. I really like this kasi meron tayong rubber pad. Hindi siya maingay. But I like the look na bukas siya dahil kita mo yung bolt mo dahil ang ganda talagang tingnan with the nickel-plated finish. So there you go. And finally, maraming tatanong, ano ba ito? This is a Fab Defense podium. So hindi to space age grips lang. This actually doubles as a bipod. Yan. Very, very good for prone shooting and even yung even for sniping lessons. Ang ganda talaga ng may bipod ganyan. It's much better to use a bipod this way kaysa sa yung gumamit tayo ng bipod na nasa harapan. Tsaka yun nga, ang problema natin kasi dito, maliit lang yung handguard natin. So, minsan nauubusan na tayo ng space. Alright? Okay. So, there we have it. To stow this away, just fold it back and it locks into place. Very nice. Okay, so we use advanced warfighter magazines. So I'll just put this down over here. So it is very important that pag gagamit ka ng 5.56 AR style rifle, you use the best magazines possible. Lancer Advanced Warfighter magazines, in my opinion, are one of the very best in the world right now. These are extremely tough. Pwede mo sagasaan ito ng kotse. Pag nakikita mo yung mga torture tests nito sa YouTube, grabe. Sinasagasaan ito ng kotse, dinadaanan ng gulong, gumagana pa rin pagkatapos. I also use USGI aluminum magazines. I also tested this with the Magpul, second generation, third generation magazines. Okay naman siya. With this, 100% USGI magazines, 100%. Wala lang akong Magpul because I use Lancers instead dahil mas affordable ang Lancers, at least sa experience ko, kaysa sa Magpul P-Mags. But this magazine, in my opinion, is my go-to magazine. So yan, yung mga magazines ng USGI aluminum, what I mean there is yung gawa ng OK Industries, Brownells, General Stamping, tsaka FN Manufacturing. So lahat yung mga magazines na yon, okay lahat yon. US government contract magazines. Pero ito, made in USA din ito. Very nice magazine. Alright? There you go. So, balik ko lang ito sa gun to complete the look. Now, finally, I think it's time for us to talk about the biggest advantage of this rifle. And yung barrel niya, napakalaking advantage na dahil, Bergara barrel Spain. Pero I think, personally, that the biggest advantage that this rifle has is is yung local warranty is a huge advantage. Okay? UDMC. UDMC stands by its products even after many years of use. So, kung nagka-issue ka sa rifle mo, just dalhin mo lang sa kanila sa Parañaque na manufacturing center nila, and they'll be more than happy to fix any issues for you. And at the same time, they will be more than happy to install any parts for you. For example, itong Fab Defense podium na to, pina-install ko to sa UDMC, and they will install your upgrade parts for free. That is excellent customer service for me. If you have any questions, tanungin mo lang sila sa Facebook, mag-reply sila kagad. And that is something that I really appreciate about UDMC, is that they have solid customer support, local warranty, and service for your rifles. Okay? Now, this UDMC, this is a second generation PVAR. Of course, luma na siya, almost 10 years ago. Nowadays, UDMC has a Generation 5 PVAR. So if you're AFP or PNP, you're interested in getting one of these, and you go for a PVAR, you will get a Generation 5 PVAR. So, ang pinagkaiba lang ng Generation 5 PVAR, to the best of my knowledge, is meron ka ng gas selector dito for suppressed and unsuppressed fire. And at the same time, other minor improvements, tas may kita ka na rin dito na, na sun and stars na engraving, which is very, very patriotic. So, okay na okay yon. So, yeah. With gas selectors, UDMC has really gone a long way sa kanilang R&D ng rifle nila. Alright? And I really, really appreciate that when a company pushes through. Alright, so kanina nyo pa nakikita tong scope na to. This is a Elcan Spectre M145 machine gun optic. This is a vintage optic. Okay, hindi na po ito ginagamit ng US Army ngayon dahil matagal na nilang phase out ito. I think at least 10 years na. Ang gamit nila ngayon ay yung 3G Con ACOG machine gun optic. So, yan. So, I'm gonna try to show this optic. As you can see over here, meron pa siyang Tenebrex Corporation na flash hider, kill flash. Kill flash. And dito nga, meron kang external adjustments. So, ang ayoko lang sa scope na to is medyo mabigat siya, kahit na aluminum yung mount. But as you can see, the mount is built like a tank. External adjustments, kahit ilang beses mong mahulog ito, it will not lose zero. Pag zinero mo siya, okay na okay talaga to. I think all of us should start off with iron sights. Tapos pag naayos mo na yung fundamentals mo, then you move on to an optic. Pag close range carbine yung gusto mong gamitin, gumamit ka ng red dot. Pag medium to long range, gumamit ka ng magnified optics. This is a machine gun optic. I think 3x4 power prismatic scope. So, let me show this kung natin kung makita natin So, i-on ko lang siya. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the light over here para mag-focus ng maayos. As yun, kita mo na siya. And I'm gonna see, kasi may eye relief ito, and I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up. Yon. So, kita mo na yung yung reticle. Just for just a short moment there, nakita natin yung niya. Yung reticule niya. Yon. There you go. Okay? So, very, very nice reticule. Might look a little complicated, pero pag alam niyo na po kung paano gamitin yung reticule na yan, napakaganda. Yon. There you go. You can see it just over there. Nice. Alright. So, turn it off. Very, very nice optic. So I think I should review this separately with the kit over here and accessories. Okay, so finally, mount ko na lang siya dito sa UDMC para makita natin yung itsura niya. I'll try my best to mount this thing. It can be quite challenging, pero it can be done. Ayan. And you turn that knob until it clicks. There you go. And that is the virtue of using folding sights. Okay? So as you can see, pag binuksan mo yan, tatama yung sight mo dito. Pero, yan, dahil may folding optic tayo, kitang-kita na, compatible siya sa mga optics. There you go. Old generation optic on a newer generation firearm. But I think it's a very, very good match. Okay? So nowadays, 3G Con na yung mga uso ngayon, 3G Con ACOG. Mas magaan yun, mas maganda yon kaysa Elcan. Pero yun nga, hindi kasi abot ng budget ko ang 3G Con. So, nag-Elcan na lang ako. There you go. So, yeah. That's it for the UDMC S5 PVAR. So, if you're interested in getting a rifle like this, well, if you're a civilian, unfortunately, meron tayong temporary ban on semi-auto rifles dahil nga sa Marawi. So, yung natin na yan, yung mga ban na yan, hopefully malift na siya ng FEO. Pero if you're AFP and you're PNP, you can still buy these rifles. Now, if you're a civilian, you want to get one of these, you can either wait for the temporary ban to be hopefully lifted, or if hindi ka na makapaghintay ng ban na yon, you can try getting their S9 DBB, which is a pistol caliber carbine, an AR-style pistol caliber carbine that fires from Glock magazines and fires the 9mm round. Okay, that's your best bet. So, yeah, I highly recommend UDMC as a company. You can't go wrong with them. Give it a shot. You won't regret it. Okay, so this is Charles from Philippine Ricochet line. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I appreciate the viewership. If you have any comments, please post them below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have on this rifle. All right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, again, I appreciate your time. Thank you. And I will see you all in the next video.